Hello. So, when I was playing Elden Ring, I was trying to keep track of how many times I was dying, but I got sick of alt-tabbing and manually adding it to a text file every time. So for fun, I made this app that automatically detects death and can update it and writes the amount of deaths to a text file. And this way you can keep track of how many times you die without having to constantly update it yourself. So when you open the app, you get this manual death counter. So in case there's a problem uh with the algorithm or something, it misses or adds an accidental death, you can increment or decrement manually here. But now if we open Elden Ring, um basically it does image processing, so it captures your screen every zero point 0.8 seconds. And I know it's not the best way of keeping track, but it works, so that's all that matters. Um, and so it's capturing your screen every zero point 0.8 seconds and storing that in a variable, and then there's a reference image that it compares it with of a death screen. And if the images are close enough, then it'll count it as a death. And from my testing, it works pretty well, but I might be missing something. Um, and basically, the idea is, if you know anything about image processing, it does histogram equalization, and then it does canny edge detector for both images to get the "you died" text printed clearly, and then it does some match algorithm that I don't know how it works, but that's how it detects whether you die. So if we see here, I'm just gonna run into this guy. I've died to him for like 3 hours by the way. I'll beat him eventually. So it captures the screen, and then you see it automatically updates the deaths. And it turns yellow to show you that you've died. And it took some testing to be able to recognize deaths with all the different backgrounds. For example, if you're in a dark room like this, or outside where it's bright. But I can also go over here where I was before, at the Bestial Sanctum. I was farming guys here before, and then they one-shot me when I wasn't expecting it. But I'll die a couple more times just to show what it looks like. So I was having issues getting it to work in the sky, but I was able to get that fixed. So if I look at the sky, it used to not work, but yeah, now you see it does. So yeah, that's the death counter. There might still have to be testing that is done in other scenarios. So I don't know how it works in red backgrounds, for example, so I'll have to see how that is. But another issue I was getting it to work with was when you look at grass here, but it should work fine now. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's the Elden Ring death counter. I have my GitHub in the link if you want to mess around with it. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Okay, I think that's all. Bye. Wait, hold on. Before I go, I actually forgot to mention. So, there's this weird bug where wherever you open it from, so the application, this window, you can't click on it for some reason, but you can alt-tab and do stuff, so I don't know what's the deal with that. I think it has to do with getting the text to work. So you see, I can open it again, and I accidentally opened it twice, but if you want to exit out of the program, you just control and click this text, and then yeah, you get out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out why this is not clickable. But yeah, you're gonna have to Alt F4 and then open it again, which is kind of dumb, but I'll figure that out eventually. Okay, thanks.